betrayal, slavery, redemption. What would you do if life threw its worst at you? Today, we explore the inspiring story of Joseph, a young man whose life was filled with trials and triumphs, a story of faith, forgiveness, and the ultimate plan of God. Stay with us as we uncover this incredible journey. Joseph was the 11th son of Jacob, and he was different from his brothers. Jacob loved him dearly, and to show his love, he gave Joseph a special gift, a beautiful, colorful coat. Imagine how Joseph must have felt, wearing that coat, knowing he was his father's favorite. But not everyone was happy about this. Joseph's brothers were consumed by jealousy. They couldn't stand the sight of him, especially after Joseph shared his dreams. In one dream, he saw bundles of grain bowing to his bundle. In another, the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed to him. These dreams made his brothers furious. They thought, does he really think he will rule over us? One day, Joseph's brothers saw their chance. While they were tending their father's flock, Joseph came to check on them. The brothers plotted against him. They stripped him of his colorful coat and threw him into a deep, empty pit. Imagine Joseph's fear and confusion, betrayed by his own family. But their jealousy didn't stop there. Instead of leaving him in the pit, they decided to sell him. For 20 pieces of silver, Joseph was sold to a group of traders heading to Egypt. They told their father, Jacob, that Joseph was dead, showing him the torn and bloodied coat. Jacob was heartbroken. Meanwhile, Joseph's life took a drastic turn. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. Despite being a slave, Joseph worked hard and earned Potiphar's trust. But just when things seemed to improve, trouble struck again. Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of wrongdoing, and he was thrown into prison. Life seemed unfair, but Joseph never lost his faith in God. In prison, Joseph's ability to interpret dreams caught the attention of Pharaoh's officials. When Pharaoh himself had troubling dreams that no one could explain, Joseph was brought before him. With God's guidance, Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams. 7 years of abundance would be followed by 7 years of famine. Pharaoh was so impressed that he made Joseph second in command of all Egypt. Just as Joseph had predicted, the famine struck. People from all over came to Egypt to buy food, including Joseph's brothers. They didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them. After testing their hearts, Joseph revealed his identity in a moment filled with emotion. Tears flowed as Joseph said, "I am your brother, Joseph, the one you sold into slavery. But do not be afraid. What you intended for harm, God intended for good." Joseph forgave his brothers and invited his entire family to live in Egypt, where they would be safe and provided for. The lesson from Joseph's life. Joseph's story teaches us that even when life feels unfair, God is working behind the scenes. Joseph faced betrayal, false accusations, and years of hardship, but he remained faithful. In the end, his trials became part of a greater plan to save lives. Think about your own life. Are there moments where you feel things are unfair or hopeless? Remember Joseph. Trust in God's plan, even when you can't see it. Just as he did for Joseph, God can turn your trials into triumphs. Thank you for joining us to learn about Joseph's incredible journey. His story is a reminder that faith, forgiveness, and perseverance can overcome even the toughest challenges. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe to our channel for more Bible stories. See you in the next video.